What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zaki. This is Coffee with Zack in English. So just picture me with a cup of coffee over here. I had some coffee earlier. Uh, Please apologize for the reflection of my glasses. My glasses are not that great, so it just reflects the computer. So what you're seeing is the reflection of the computer. So sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to do content curation for Monday, January 13th, which is going to be, by the time I upload this video, it'll be for tomorrow, but it'll be for today for you guys. And then you'll just be able to enjoy the video and then all the content from the website, from the blog. So you can go while you're working on Monday, have one screen for your work, another screen for my YouTube and for my blog and for my website. All right, let's get going. First things first, the weekend intelligence. This is an article from The Economist. Be sure to check that out. This is all the news from the weekend from the Economist. Up next, we have The Wealth Whispers Who Saved the Super Rich Families from Themselves. This is an article from 1843 magazine. Be sure to look into that. Up next, we have Is Your Company Prepared for the Effects of Wildfires? Article by Harvard Business Review. Up next, we have more evacuation orders issued as largest LA wildfire bears down on new area. This is by BBC News. Be sure to look into that. After that, we have Los Angeles fire pushes northeast, threatens Bel Air. This is from Bloomberg. After that, we have vast Los Angeles fire spreads into new areas near Palisades. This is from Reuters. Afterwards, we have increasingly impossible to stay alive in Gaza under Israeli attacks. This is from Al Jazeera News. A lot of people are kind of forgetting the news from the Gaza Strip, but so be sure to check that article out. After that, we have OIC should establish committee to monitor Taliban policies. Stays open letter from women. These are women in Afghanistan who have a request, and they're making their voices heard. It's from Afghanistan International. Up next, we have the insurance crisis that will follow the California fires. It's an article from the New Yorker. After that, we have coming back to CES after a decade-long break was a trip. Some things change, and some things really, really don't. This is from The Verge. Now, I still have not been able to get to CES in Vegas. I hope to get to CES one of these years. It would be nice if someone sent me an invite so I can go fly and visit. Up next, we have wildfires impact wildlife and pets too. Here's how you can help them. This is an article from Vox.com. Be sure to great article. Check it out. An article from TechCrunch. Everything you missed at CES 2025. Be sure to look into that. If you looked at the blog on the website, I included a keynote speech from Intel Corp. So be sure to look at that keynote speech from there. And if you want to see a keynote speech from AMD, they're all available on YouTube, including NVIDIA and some of the other guys as well. After that, we have how the U.S. is preparing for a potential bird flu pandemic. This is from MIT Technology Review. Afterwards, we have day 5 evacuation zone for Palisades fire expand as the LA blazed now span 38,000 acres. This is from Business Insider. Afterwards, we have a memorable night at the Cotton Bowl. Next up, the national championship. This is an article, Go Bucks, Ohio State football on LinkedIn. This is an amazing article. The Ohio State University Buckeyes were able to defeat the team from Texas. So they're now going to the national championship. So this is going to be a wonderful game. We're very excited, and they have to make it to number 1. I hope they win into the final. Go Bucks. Next article we have is Jack Smith resigns from U.S. Justice Department as special counsel. This is an article from The Guardian. Very sad news. He was his hands were pretty much tied. There's nothing else he could have done. It's really sad. Makes me really mad as well. Up next we have Tulsa massacre was a coordinated military-style attack. U.S. report says. This is from an article from the New York Times. This is the Tulsa massacre from way back in the past of U.S. history. This was a very dangerous attack that attacked African Americans in our country. So be sure to check out that article. Very horrifying stuff. Up next, we have outgoing FBI Director Christopher Wray urges commitment to rule of law and federal address. Huffington Post has an article about him. He was just on 60 Minutes this past Sunday, and he explained how verbatim that he had to resign because Trump plans on changing him immediately once he gets into power. Up next, we have the consensus on Havana syndrome is cracking. This is from the Atlantic. So before they thought that the Havana syndrome was not something real, but now they're pretty sure that yes, there is something, and they finally are finding out what the hell it is. Up next, we have who were the strongest Senate and House candidates of 2024, article by 538. After that, we have Ukraine and Russia battle for Kirks. This is from the Washington Post. Be sure to check it out. I'm sure we still need some news on Ukraine. Afterwards, we have the turbulent history of the French left's division over Islam and secularism since Charlie Hebdo attacked Le Monde. Now, you know, the left has been divided in France because of the attack on Charlie Hebdo. A lot of people on the right, they were very much against wearing the veil, and then those on the left were okay with the veil. So it was just a big issue about that, but you can read more about it in Le Monde. After that, we have the Skylight calendar will keep me sane and organized in 2025. This is from Matchable. Afterwards, we got wildlife, surreal photos of Los Angeles in ashes. This is from Vice on the website Vice. Afterwards, we had an article from The Intercept, a tale of two justice systems. Only Trump gets convicted of 34 felonies and received no punishment. It's a very tedious article, shows it how it is. It's just crazy stuff. Afterwards, we have Here's What Really Caused LA Fires Hydrants to Run Out of Water. It's from National Geographic. It's a really weird article. It seems that the firefighters ran out of, the fire hydrants were running out of water and they were not able to use water to stop the fires. So be sure to check it out. Afterwards, we have as Los Angeles burned, Latino immigrants rushed in to put out fires. This is a great article. They show that Latinos, immigrants, came to help out with the LA fires, including Mexican firefighters are coming on their way to help out the LA fires. Afterwards, we have what are the Santa Ana winds and how are they impacting the LA wildfires? This is from Cap Radio News. Cap Radio News just explained how these Santa Ana winds were causing all these fires. Afterwards, we have Au Venezuela, une crise sans fin. This is an article from the Monde Diplomatique for French diplomats. It's in French. Be sure to read it. You can also read it in English. Afterwards, does the madman theory actually work? Trump likes to think this unpredictability is an asset. It's from Foreign Policy. Read the article. It's a must read. It's a long read. Afterward, we have the race to lead the quantum future, how the next computing revolution will transform the global economy and national security from Foreign Affairs. This is a great article. It's in my Foreign Affairs magazine. I'm highlighting it a lot, and it's just very important stuff. So I'll be sure to share my findings with other people who are on the same page who are interested in my company, Zack Technology LLC. Afterward, we have alleged coup trial in Tajikistan. Prosecutors seek lengthening sentences. Be sure to check it out. This is an article from The Diplomat. Afterwards, we have memo to U.S. Startups. China wants your IP, and there are ways to stop them. The Cypher Brief. Be sure to read this article from Cypher Brief. A lot of people in the U.S. intelligence community are now, startups, or U.S. intelligence communities are talking to U.S. startups and reminding them, be careful, China's trying to steal your IP, so you have to stop them, including ways like VPN and things like that. Up next, rational or not, this basic math question took decades to answer. This is an article from Quantum Magazine. Be sure to check it out. After that, we have an article from CERN, France. This is a Throwback Thursday, so be sure to check it out. This goes into details about some bombe magnétique on 1974. Be sure to check it out. There's an article from NASA, Great Los Angeles Wildfires. You can see the pictures from space of the wildfires. It's pretty crazy. All right, guys, that was the content curation from that day and for this Monday. And as always, my latest podcast, 2,600. It's a big milestone. I've done a lot of podcasts in the past, and I'm really excited about this one. And hopefully, the next milestone will be 2,700 when it's 100 podcasts into the future. I also create some new GT radio podcasts and also some other podcasts. Be sure to check them out. And as always, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really means a lot, and just helps me tremendously. Also, make your donations to Venmo, PayPal, GoFundMe. And you can also go to my Twitter page at SuperFrenchBigZ, and you can hit the little cash button, send me crypto or like BTC, like Bitcoin, or my ETH address, which is IamZaki, ETH, IAMZAKI.ETH. Thanks so much. There's going to be more live streams on the way, and all you can help me realize my dream, which is after 25 years of work, owning my first new car, which is would be a German engineering or JDM vehicle, dreaming of like an Audi R6 Avant or the BMW M5 Touring, and or if I could go to the tofu shop and maybe some of those guys could help me upgrade a Nissan Maxima and make it like a street racing, Nismo style. That would be really fun. All right, guys, I'm wearing my AFA shirt just because I'm an advisor, just because you're probably wondering where I've been for the past 2 or 3 months. Um, I've been relocated to another location. I'm in Sacramento. I'm no longer in Modesto, and I'm in between apartments. So until I move to the next apartment, to another place, it's going to be a while until I can be awake for the night shift, working nights, which is what I prefer to do, which will be up at night, up with you guys. I know a lot of you guys that are up the night shift are basically bored. You don't have anything to do, so you like to just turn on television, to YouTube, to my channel, where I'm live streaming video games, or where I'm live streaming YouTube videos, or where I'm providing more content. And I know you enjoy that stuff, especially my wide spectrum of music, which techno, trance, or some of you guys that much prefer country music. I even have a country radio station called Epsilon Radio. So I'm really sorry right now. I'm unable. My hands are tied. The people I'm staying with are my parents, and I cannot stay up late. They're not. That's their house. Their house. Their rules. So whenever I'm able to move to an apartment again, I'll be able to stay up the night shift and be up during those hours. But right now, I cannot. As far as advising the AFA, my best advice right now is for you guys to stay cool, stay sharp, and as you know, just to help out with the LA fires. It's Cal Fire. There's a state of emergency. Send more and more help towards the LA region. National Guard has been called up for, and please continue to send planes to the region and 100% all those fires and contain them. That's the major thing that needs to be done. Otherwise, you need to provide logistics in the LA region. A lot of people in LA, there are people like myself who, take medication and need to go to the pharmacy. So for a lot of people that are in those LA fires, they're maybe unable to go to their local pharmacies and get their medication. So that's a problem right there. All the hospitals are probably congested, and they might have to relocate patients to other hospitals. So look at that stuff. And as far as logistics, when it comes to trucking, all the trucking industry, UPS, FedEx, DHL, and USPS, there's a lot of the stuff that has been put on hold. It's very important that these packages from all these people or even companies are kept at secure locations and then just be put on back order just to be sent at a different time, different place. LAX has been completely, a lot of flights have been canceled. Some more airplane traffic controllers will have to relocate all these planes to either, if they can land in Burbank, probably cannot because of still the LA fires. So they might have to land somewhere else. So just go ahead and make sure everything, keep everything running, and just get that cup of coffee just like myself and take it a day at a time. You can do it. As for all of you guys in the Air Force and Space Force, you're trained to do this. You know what you're doing. Feel free to give calls to the National Guard and to anyone that's in the LA region to help them out through the process. They will be able to perform their duties. They're currently dealing with a lot of stress, especially those who work third shift at night. So that's why I really apologize that I'm not available at third shift, but I am available at second shift. So please call these people, call centers, all this and that, help them out. And as far as IT in the whole LA region, please talk to Elon Musk. As much as I hate him, I know that he has set up Starlink, which should be able to provide Wi-Fi in the whole Los Angeles regions without having to relay to a router, modem and a router at home. Currently, right now, people don't have internet, so they'll have to use internet through their phones, use their phones as a hotspot, things of that nature. Hopefully, people can be nice enough to provide a relay station or places where people can charge their phones, charge their laptop devices, and things of that nature. I demand the Starbucks CEO to really help out people in the region to provide whether it's free coffee or at least free Wi-Fi to help out with people in the LA region. There are probably more things that I'm skipping or forgetting, but as far as the younger ones, people that are having small children or people that have children in elementary school or preteen or teenagers to keep them occupied. I know a lot of you guys like to do is to give them an iPad as like a pacifier, and that's a terrible thing to do. That's something that Bill Gates or Steve Jobs used to say. They hated to give them screens to the very younger ones. What you can do is take them to a shelter or to a location where they play TV shows for children, such as Baby Einstein, Blue's Clues, things of that nature. for for children that are a little bit more adult, to go to a library and download books on your Kindle or download borrow games from the library, or actually go to the store and go to the Best Buy and go to the section that has the $20 games. Same with GameStop. They will probably have some great selection that you can go ahead and play while you're keeping them occupied. And go to Twitch, TWITCH.tv, which is a station that has a lot of gamers that are live streaming games. So they will go ahead and live stream a lot of games. So you can put that channel, and they will keep a lot of teenagers occupied. Like like a lot of these teenagers that love to play Fortnite. Well, right now, if their Fortnite is not working because of the fires, another thing to consider: if you have an order to evacuate, make sure to save always the laptop, the family wedding photos, the all the family albums, all the belongings, the wife's jewelry, all this and that, and of course the holier than thou, the PlayStations, the Xboxes, the Nintendos. If you don't save those, I swear to you, your kids will hate you for life. So don't mess up with that way. Let's see, what else am I missing? Also, another thing you can, if the kids are crying in the car, music. As you know, I have a lot of podcasts, so be sure to check them out. Lo-fi music, if you're looking for lo-fi music, it's the BenQ radio station. Be sure to check that out. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's all I have to say. And as always, guys, stay strong. Where am I? Psycho Japan watch over here. Let's reset it. Yeah, and you'll be able to pull through what's happening in the LA region, and please understand that when it comes to quantum mechanics, we have to consider these already predictable analysis. We have to consider what can happen, and this LA fire is just kind of a sneak peek as to what global warming or climate change is doing to the planet. So I hope that that kind of Spider-Man wise gives you the goosebumps as to realizing with great power comes great responsibility. And because this LA fire is going to cost about a pretty penny, about $150 to $180 billion to repair, I hope this convinces the Trump nightmare administration to understand that not to pull out of the Paris Agreement, not to do that, but to stay in the Paris Agreement and understand that the climate change is horrifying, and it could pretty much destroy the planet if we're not too careful. So now we have to also talk about how there's Pandora's box, where things are so complicated. We were working towards this future of EV cars until 2040, in the year 2040, but now we're in the year 2025. And what happens if you're during LA fires and you have to recharge your EV vehicle? Suddenly, it's a little hard to stand around somewhere for 30 minutes for it to charge if there's fires everywhere. And you know full well, as I explained in previous articles, what happened at that poor Mercedes-Benz EV garage, where one EV car exploded and then all 300 of them exploded. And it was like a nightmare situation, which the firefighters have been trying to explain. Firefighters don't have as much, boo-ha-ha. They don't have as much pull as some other people, like maybe like myself, do, where I could actually relay that message. EV cars are good, but what happens? There were Tesla garages in Turlock or where were that Lathrop, But what if there was a Tesla garage in the center of LA? What would have happened to 400 EV Teslas if one of them caught on fire? All of them would have blown up, and the firefighters would have taken it would have taken them hours or days or weeks to pull out that fire. So see, these are some of the questions we have to ask ourselves. Especially the people at AF Works, Space Works that work in conjunction with the Air Force and the Space Force. But you need to understand these things. There's more to talk about. We'll talk on them more into the future. Right now, I am just making this quick video just for Monday and uploading it right now. So hope you'll be able to enjoy it. I want to give a big shout out to Billie Eilish. I wasn't aware of your music, but the music is really good. It's just a lot of whispering. I'm not used to it, but it's funny. It's like whispers, like the whispered in Full Metal Panic. So I really like that. And who knows? Maybe we'll get some more news from Full Metal Panic Family. Volume 1 and Volume 2 are still not translated into English from Japanese, so I hope they translate them as soon as possible. Anyway, guys, as always, with these LA fires, if you're in the region, please stay sober while you're working, and when after a hard day's work, then drink what you want. But drink, if you're on shift, drink that 0% alcohol beer. It will make all the difference. You're operating heavy machinery, and those fires, do the right thing. Remember Jolly Radio 133, okay? Not Heineken 00, all right? Okay, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, bye-bye. Everything's on the website, Zack.coffee. This is Zack, aka Zaki, signing out.